What's up, Tri Point? Coach Hart here. Thursday's active recovery day, workout brief. We're going to start with a strength of 5 sets, 5 reps at the bench press. So we've been working on this every so many weeks. What we really want to focus on here is good feet position, utilizing a piece of the lift that not a lot of people do. Want to press through our heels as we're on the bench. And then shoulder positioning or hand positioning. You can go out wide or you can go narrow on these. A lot of people like to use the wide grip on these, shorter range of motion as you're pressing. It's not something that I personally do. My shoulder strength isn't that great, so I usually go narrow and try to engage larger sets of muscles there. And then the next piece is the actual workout. 20-minute AMRAP of 60 cals on the rower, 45 for the ladies, 30 Russian dumbbell swings, 20 sit-ups, and then 3 wall climbs. So obviously with the rower, don't want to really hammer this right away. 20 minutes, you're going to be chasing your breath the entire time if you try to finish it in like a 2-minute time frame. It's going to be pretty tough to do. The 30 Russian dumbbell swings are not something we typically do. I'm going to show a couple of reps here and kind of explain what I'm doing. So what you'll notice is Russian swings, we're only going to about eye level there, trying to keep a nice neutral spine. So when I hinge my hips back, my head isn't cranked like that. I'm staying in a neutral position here. If you were to take an x-ray of my back, you wouldn't see much arching going on there. As you engage those hips, should make the dumbbell weightless there and make it a lot easier to move through the rep. 20 ab mat sit-ups. So I don't know if you could hear my spine cracking on that, but probably why we use the ab mat. So with those reps there, I want to make sure my shoulder blades are touching the ground on the bottom. And then as I'm coming through, my shoulders should pass through my hip crease. A lot of people have a tendency to skip that piece, so they shortchange the rep and stop a little bit early. That's a no rep. So the shoulders should pass through that hip crease. Touching the ground or touching your feet also helps with that position, so it helps bring you forward more. And then if you're relatively new and you're looking at these wall climbs, it's not something we typically do at the box. But it's a very easy thing to do, and it's also very easy to scale. So I'm going to show an RX rep and then a scale rep. And then I'm also going to show how I do not want these reps performed. So an RX rep would look something like this. So relatively challenging for me. Obviously I have the door socks on, not very stable, a lot of core going on there. Naturally a lot of core with that movement. What I'm doing, feet are against the door. I'm flat on the ground to start the rep, trying to take as large a step as possible up the wall to get myself up there faster, and then slowly walking my hands in until I'm in a nice straight line. Scale rep would look something like this. So same thing there, but I'm walking myself up as far as the wall as I can get, holding for a couple of seconds to build that shoulder strength, and then coming down there. So each rep starts flat on the floor and ends flat on the floor. So here's a couple of things I don't want to see. So what did I do there? Really arch my back to try to get that RX rep, right? So I'm bending and I'm trying to touch my stomach against the wall. I don't want to see anybody doing that. It's bad for your back. It's going to hurt your shoulders. And then the next piece is, sorry, I'm like out of breath doing this, is people have a tendency to cut the reps short, right? So you're on your last set or you're doing a couple of them, you're on rep 2, whatever it may be, and you come off the wall without touching flat down on the ground. So people go all the way up, and then they'll cut it short. As I hit my foot on the door. So that's no good. All right, so again, it's very challenging. Not something we do very often, but it's one of the first movements I was able to RX, so everybody should be able to do this. Thanks, stay safe, and I'm gonna try to catch my breath.